All right, welcome YouTube to another discussion video. I'm not sure which number this one is. I've lost count. But today we're going to be talking about the recent ban list and how our decks are getting affected and how we think they will perform in the new metagame come Vanquisher. So yeah, ban list was a bit of a doozy for me.
A lot changed.
Yeah, so kind of
with-
Bushiroad kind of just knocked on my door and slapped me in the face.
Are we starting with standard?
Oh, we're starting.
Yeah, let's start with that.
Sonata
Let's-
Lizlet, first thing.
Alright, so first things first, as the Bermuda Triangle main, I'll talk about Sonata and Elizabeth and Rivia
But are
And
you that
premium?
bad Revere player?
and Pale Moon.
Alright, you want to start off?
So basically the Sonata and Elizabeth, for those of you who don't know, I don't know why you don't know, but back then Sonata and Elizabeth really completely ruled standard. It was like the two best cards in the same deck, just wreaking havoc in standard. So they got choice restricted due to that. But now that we've got it back, Melody I think can go up a tier because mainly just due to the fact that Lizalot provides an early game and the early game that they really needed and stuff like that. Melody now has to go through to survive until Eve, and now they have ways to sort of like survive it with Lizalot, calling out the grade 2s or grade 3 melodies because now we have more targets for Lizalot. It's fantastic. That's pretty much all the changes stuff like that. Like I pretty much just ditched a lot of the grade 2s and stuff like that and just ran 4 Lizalots. 4 Sonata, 2 Cannon, 1 Fina. That's pretty much it. Just a bunch of melodies and Lizalots. So there's a lot. The Sonata Lizalot restriction, it needed to come back, I think, to bring Melody back into like sort of not really into competitive scene, but into the scene as it were.
Yeah.
It feels like it gave them their early game back.
Yes, exactly right. Yeah, it gave them the early game
also
back.
been around a year. Oh no, just under a year as well. So
Yeah, just under a year. Yeah. So
yeah, I think we had enough time for sets to come out and catch up. So
yeah, for sure. The power creep like from Bermuda. Even when Bermuda started phasing out towards like BTO 5, I think it was.
yeah, but it was still being played a
It was
lot.
still being played a lot. Then the Lizard card came out, and then Melody just died down completely.
Yeah, I think after the restriction, it was. Yeah.
It was then BTO 6. Then the nightmare that was BTO 6.
Oh, yeah, BTO 6 still part of the meta.
Still part of the
Banlist.
BT 6 was such a good set.
Welcome to the ban list.
It's like
Alright,
it's like
so next-
standards are GBT
Who's
14.
next? Shiryuki.
Oh no, next thing is Riviera.
Riviera.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right. So
Yeah,
Riviera.
so while we're in Bermuda.
Yeah.
Riviera
Right,
was awesome. Ooh.
All right. So Riviera for me, it's like the hit was well deserved, I think, because it's really unhealthy. I think being able to hit like 4 Vanguard attacks in one turn, maybe 5. You have the grade 2 and stuff. That's really unhealthy for the game. So I do agree with the fact that they gave it a high once per turn. I don't like the fact that they gave it a high once per turn because I play the deck, but it is what it is.
Oh, why don't you like it, man? It's like it makes the deck easier to play since you don't need to think.
That is what like a good 30%. That is the most vocal of the bad fear players. I'm sorry, people with bad guardians, but if you think a deck getting hit makes it better, that's not how it works.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I
I think the direction for Rivia now is to like run a lot of cards to draw. I think just a lot of draw power cards. Max out and max out in advantage, max out in value cards to make sure that they can keep going. Maybe max out in Eve as well, just to give it that finishing oomph that it really needs, I think. So that's Rivia doesn't change too much. It just restricts to how you play, I think. You have to play smart now with it instead of going brain dead 5 attack win.
I think Bushiro really emphasized on the apology on their was it? They usually release a sheet for the ban list, and they really emphasize on apology for this one. So
yeah.
Because it really hurt the game for the time it was out.
Both formats as well, like standard and premium, which is why they errated it instead of like.
Yeah, I think it's the best way they could have done it.
Exactly, yeah.
Because I was wondering why that wasn't just a skill in the first place when it got released. I was like,
it should have been Dayusha.
Yeah, it's a great Dayusha now. So if you like great Dayusha, but you don't like how it looks, just play Riviera.
Exactly.
Excuse me, what?
If you like me and you have like a the thing for blonde haired girls with blue eyes. Yeah,
And fishtails.
I don't like fishtails.
So
One more
Rivier's
thing.
a drop.
One more thing with Riviera.
Hmm?
I don't know
Yeah.
how often this will come up, but if you're really desperate for force markers, now because you've already got the stuff to get into so many Rivieras, you can ride during the right phase, like over a Riviera into another Riviera, if you really want that second marker.
Yeah,
Exactly. Yeah. So like it's stuck. It doesn't hurt too much and stuff like that.
yeah. It just bumps it down.
And,
So
like,
people
Eve,
play
Eve,
different
Eve
decks.
exists too. Eve exists too. So
Definitely
it's
like
you
balancing
have lots of
everything.
options and stuff
Keep
like that.
playing Bermuda if you like it. That's all we're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a
It's
dead deck
it's
by
not,
any means.
Yeah, it's
Not
it's
that deck,
no-
just a
no,
fair deck now. Like,
It'll go down. It'll go down. For me, it'll go down a tier, but it's at the moment in the same like this is in the same like wavelength as every other deck right
Yeah, I
now.
think Japan
you're not that
is
deck. You're still
dead,
top
man.
tier.
Yeah, it's still,
You
It's
didn't
still
waste
top
any
tier.
money.
It's still top tier, but a lot of decks right now are top tier because of this Banlist. So
All right, next.
Yeah.
Next,
Shiryuki?
let's finish off premium. One
Wait.
one Durzel. That's you say
Oh,
so?
one Ezel. One Ezel. All right. Ezel kind of killed the premium metagame for like over a year. So
Yeah.
the main offender was Wonder Ezel, which allowed you to, with the abuse of Force 2, I mean not Force 2, Excel 2, you could draw cards and get more filled, which made it really, really unfair against your opponent, especially on your ultimate turns where you had like even 3 Excel circles and a full field. 3 Excel circles and a full field would kill your opponent because you just stack double crit and kill them. It was not much you could do. And I think it's justified. This slows down Ezel a lot, so they can't accelerate like
yeah.
at all. I think now, yeah, the only acceleration you'll get now is you have Blonde Ezel and you'll have Raven Hair Ezel. So you can get your 2 Excel markers, but you won't be spamming markers. So it
Yeah, you
puts
have
the
to, like-
deck fair line. I think it's the same power as. It goes down a bit, but I still think it's a good deck. It's
You
like-
also
Yeah,
won't be able to
it's
play
like
them all, like
it
super
discourages like
fast.
the fact that you can like double spear X as well, so that's good. I don't like the idea. I don't like the idea of double spear Xing.
Double Rex is good.
It's really good. Yeah, it's really good. Free cards.
You still can do it.
Yeah,
you
just
can do
you
it.
just have like less circles to work with, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
It's okay. It's okay.
I get the hard draw to plan us. That's cool.
So
I
the deck
think-
is hurt but not dead.
Maybe hurt quite a bit. I think it's
It's
been-
like it's like
became
it's like
slow.
it needs to go first now. It really
like-
needs to go first.
basically it's like getting an axe and chopping off one of its legs. It can still walk,
Yeah.
but
It's-
it's a bit of a minor
If
inconvenience.
you like Ezel, keep playing. If you've only played Ezel for meta, go to Plants or DI for now. If you really want to play meta,
Don't use plants. I don't want him hit.
nah, they're probably
that-
on June.
Yeah, June.
They will. I
Plastic.
feel like
I think
if
that's
next
for
I
season-
don't
premium. Oh
wanna
no,
play
we feel about
musketeers.
Dorian.
Yeah, Dorian to 1 in premium.
Oh no,
Alright,
we just
so-
know that's Bush philosophy.
All right, so Dorian and Premium, there's a massive time restraint for it. The whole entire Pale Moon turn is the fact that the Pale Moon does multi-attack with Magia and stuff like that, and because of that, that takes a while already. And the problem is Bushiroad can't hit that because that's a whole engine and stuff like that. You can't hit the whole entire engine. So then it gets to the end of the turn, and they've got a Dorian play where if there's Dorian on the Vanguard, you can suck in everything into your soul, suck in the purple trapezes, soul blast the purple trapezes, then call out Periton, call out the cat, call out a bunch of other units, and then call out another Dorian.
Happiness collector.
Have you just got you call all those out, you get more draws, you can get maybe +7 at the end of your turn.
Jeez.
And it just
And
took
then-
a lot of time. It was
And you take a lot of time, you +7, you have to resolve all your skills because the problem with Happiness Collector is that it resolves in the middle of it all. And then like you also get 2 extra grade 3s at hand
it
from
looks
the end.
cool and all, but
and
time,
ultimate
time
stuff.
restraints.
Yeah.
Like
Time
it just,
restraints had
it
to.
just, yeah, it's just there wasn't any point. Like,
It's not there's really
and
like
it kind of hurts the dust persona for.
yeah. It makes it harder for
Dorian.
like especially if you're like sitting on if you're sitting on Dorian, so that's hard to do ultimate strike now. You can't ultimate strike now with Dorian because Dorian's a
Get
Vanguard
the, you
cycle.
can't even get because otherwise you had to get what?
Yeah.
Lugia.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah, otherwise you have to go like Luquia or Harry or something like
yeah. So
No,
Or Alice.
Dorian can only add silver fonts.
yeah, so it's
exactly.
even harder.
Exactly. That's
So
what I'm
it has
talking.
to only be
That's the right. So it doesn't have to do just with Luquia, it could be like Venus, Rick Verse and all that kind of stuff as well.
Yeah,
So-
those are Lugias.
or the friggin' dragons and stuff like
Alright.
that. Dylan.
Are we going to standard now?
Yeah, we talked about
You want
Dorian
France?
and premium
Actually,
at 1.
I
So
want
it's
to talk
No,
one
no,
more
it's not
thing.
Dorian
Actually,
standard.
wait. I'll talk one more thing about premium for Bermuda Triangle.
Yeah.
Bermuda Triangle is also currently on the watch list for the Banlist.
Yeah.
For next Banlist. It's also currently on the Banlist, and that's due to the fact that Riviera and Selena is a really, really harsh combo. And the fact of the matter is that while Riviera is a hard once per turn, it can potentially still be a hard once per turn, but that's still 2 Vanguard attacks for turn 23k against your opponent's grade 1.
Yeah.
So bear that in mind that in the next premium game, in premium format, I feel like Riviera is going to rise up a bit and stay in one of the joint with
I
Nina.
think
Yeah.
I
Just
think
because of that
the
pressure.
only problem with
Still.
Riviera is you can just pass and not give him counterblast, and then
You don't need Counterblast.
you don't need counterblast to Superior Ride.
You don't need Counterblast to Superior Ride because Selena discards 1 and put it in Soul to call Superior Ride the grade 2.
Oh wait,
Yeah,
but
there's
not
two
Superior
superior,
Ride
right?
the grade 3.
Yeah,
Does Superior Ride the grade 3 or no?
Yeah. No, you Superior Ride the grade 2 on your grade 1 turn,
Oh, okay.
and then you ride the grade 3 normally and stuff like that.
Oh, that's
It's
alright. That's
yeah,
alright.
it's alright.
This is
You can damage the 9, but they might just straight up want to neg to deal more
Yeah,
damage.
well, make them neg. Make them neg. I think the premium game people
Mm.
have enough early gamers to like. You want to neg like. Oh, how
Exactly,
much are you
yeah.
negging?
So just bear in mind with that, I think.
Because you're discarding a lot.
You're discarding a lot, yeah. But you're also getting a lot of, you might be getting, you possibly might be getting a lot of
think
damage output. And
Bermuda
if Selena's
Premium-
out, against your opponent's grade 1, you're hitting with maybe 4 to 6 attacks, depending on how many Selenas you got out.
Yeah.
So,
Alright,
Anyway.
Dorian
Is it
Standard to
1?
1 as well.
Now this one was a little gutting, actually, I feel like. Bushy Road, like, I feel like
I know.
I don't like this hit at all.
I
It's-
think it is deserved, but
It's
not-
deserved, but it's not nice.
I think Felmoon, they wanted to be harsh with this one. I think Felmoon and Standard was like,
Yeah.
it wasn't, there was a problem child, which was Bermuda and Murukumo.
Mm.
And
Yeah,
then,
exactly.
was it, Felmoon's like the accomplice, but it didn't do much wrong, but it still was doing something wrong.
Yeah.
One
I think
balls
that
and then copped it.
because yeah,
How
not even
I think
well.
that
like-
my kid at school who like joins the troublemakers but does
Yeah.
nothing and still gets in trouble.
Yeah, that's Felmoon.
that's
It's like,
Pelmoon. Just pretty
but
much.
I think Pelmoon did was tearing up early VBD6 meta.
Yeah,
And the fact that it could dodge control and plus,
I think the fact
that
of the matter
much.
that there's a lot of time restreints as well with Pelmoon and stuff like
Yeah,
that. 'cause you
hitting
think
the
about
stack as well.
Hitting the stack
Yeah.
actually takes a lot of time to think about it.
getting the stack,
It's very hard to do. I
you
think.
couldn't
Like,
call people out for slow playing because they had to think about the stack as well.
yeah,
So
and I mean, maybe they also hit the Dorian because the Dorian
Yeah.
that gimmick can also work in standard because you just
Yeah.
double business, but it's really really inefficient.
I think the I think the deck was very unfun to play against as well. It was like,
Yeah, it can be. Yeah, I feel like hitting it to 2 would have been much nicer to Pelmoon, but hitting it to 1 just pretty much kills the idea of Silverthorn at this point.
yeah.
I
So
think-
because
Hitting
I
it,
think now.
Oh, you go.
No, you go.
Alright, I think hitting it to 2 would have been nice, but I think 1 is future proofing because we've got more
Future-proofing,
Pelmoon
yes.
support at the end of the
We have Magia coming out, and I feel like if you have Magia at the same time, we may have Magia coming out. If you have Magia and Dorian both activating at the end of turn, Magia is a cost, and
so
Dorian
it's-
reverses that cost to allow you to draw
It's
cards.
going to be long turns again.
Yeah, pretty much. I think what the direction for Pelmoon now is to sort of like just straight up run Golden Beast Hammer in the stage right now, dudes. Just
Dude, end of stage best card.
I really like the idea of end of stage right now because Leonor's out. We all know Leonor's out and stuff like that. And the multi attack factor, you got Artillery Man, Miracle Pop Eva gives you a lot of draws actually. So
Yeah.
the
But
fact that
with
you
the
can plus
Silverthorn,
it.
man, that's the
The Silverthorns, I think the Silverthorn train is well and truly finished. And
yeah, because you're losing to all the matchups you're not meant to lose to now.
exactly, yep. And that's just
Like,
how it is, I
everything
guess.
that can blow up your board, like
Yeah.
because you Dorian once and then that's it. It's like next
Yeah,
turn
exactly.
the pieces are out, they hit your rear guards, or give you one CB and hit your rear guards, and then
Mm.
you can never
Yeah.
liquidate again. It's like it's pretty harsh. So
Yeah.
I think they're out of the top decks.
Yeah, I think so too. Definitely out of the top decks.
Yeah, they hit such a key piece. It's like actually a very significant.
Yeah, but then
Mm.
Dorian was is not as poorly designed as most cards, but I think it was a very easy skill to
It
use.
was also very
It's
powerful.
easy to abuse in anything, really.
Yeah, it was just splashable. That was the thing. It was even if you didn't add one to hand, you just chucked everything in someone draw one. It was like
Mm.
for one card, I feel like that was a bit much.
Yeah.
All right. So Shiriki.
Ooh.
I've got notes for this. I was prepared.
Okay, lay it on the
Here we go.
people.
So, basically, there's two ways of using Shiriki: offensively to guard and
No.
defensively to guard and offensively on your own turn.
Mhm.
It was getting a bit power crept out because like bigger numbers and everything, and it was becoming kind of useless against like Riviera that just stack Force Marker on the rear guard doesn't matter. But it still does hurt a lot of matchups. Like a lot of stuff is harder now, like DP. But the main thing is you can't Shiriki on your turn. So damage dying Murakumo, they don't have an answer for it anymore. It's really hard to deal with now. Like
Whoa. I mean, you can neg hard by Shiryuking, then calling over it with Rainy Madame.
No,
you don't even get the second Shiriki to like push even harder if you do that though. That's the thing.
Neg 5k, man.
The
Ribbon
one
does fine with
thing
it.
that is okay about it is that you do get access to more soul stuff now because you're not using Shiriki. But Murakumo didn't really have amazing stuff that was
You should
contending with
get
Shiriki.
Sambaku now.
You get
They-
Spellhound. Like it's okay, I guess. It's pretty cool, but it's
Why not?
it's not.
Why
good
not
early
Sambaku?
rush. Good early rush. If you Jirai Spellhound, it's very
No, if you ride Fushimi and then call
Jirai,
Million Rat and then Spellhound because your Fushimi's 14k, Spellhound
Yeah.
copies that. It's so good.
and then you have 22k columns and all
Yeah.
that. So it's pretty good, yeah.
So it's a nice
there's a rush.
nice
There's a-
thing to have now that wasn't as usable before.
Yeah. So
But
if you had
I'd much rather having
Spellhounds-
Shiriki.
Yeah. So does it affect the placing of Murakumo?
I feel like it does. Like Murakumo's already starting to slip off, and this just pushes it down a bit more.
It just lost its defensive power, but then Murakumo has been it's been relevant since when was
Yeah.
Phantasmal release? April? No, not April. September.
August?
September.
I honestly,
Yes.
I honestly think that Murakumo has been relevant for a lot longer than that. I think from the minute Zanbaku came out, it just stayed. It
fell
didn't drop off.
It fell off after was it Light of Salvation?
Yeah,
And-
that's
and
with
Heroic-
the Overlord one, yeah.
I think
For a
Heroic
bit.
killed it.
And then
Heroic
then,
killed
then
it.
it came back up again.
Heroic killed it. Like
I think that Murakumo is just one of those clans that's just like whenever we get
Alright.
support, it goes up.
Yeah,
you're
it's
gonna
be
you're getting
good.
support in August and Freedom Collection for those premium Murakumo players. So
Hello.
you're
Yeah, so
going. I think you just gotta. If you like Murakumo, keep playing it. You gotta get support. So
it's
and
not unplayable now, and
yeah,
it's just maybe sure he would have been too broken with the new stuff as well, because like it might have
Yeah.
killed it off now, but when it gets new support,
the problem is if you hit Huga, they'll just
We-
play
we get
Shuki
this-
with the next best thing. So it's
yeah, so it'll just be
So I think-
Zanbaku again.
it's a problem.
And
No, I mean,
before,
like,
and before
once
you
the
guys
August-
get the and before
yeah.
Murakumo gets 6 pedal Shiryuki.
Six
yeah,
pedal.
So I think Shiriki getting hit hinders. So Murukuma's defensive power is basically gone, but its offensive power is still strong. So
Mm.
Defensive struggle. Yeah.
Yuga can still kill people at free. So just make sure to not overcommit as hard now. And
Mm.
I think
It might become a more like super aggressive deck, like especially early
Yeah,
game with the
just all in,
Spellhound we
yeah.
played.
Just all in,
Spellhound play
yeah.
we mentioned.
yeah. So keep
Alright.
playing Murukuma if you like it. I think it's still in like tier 1, tier 2. It's
I
like-
think still good, like, but not the best. So like tier 2.
yeah, it's probably like probably went from a top 3 XL deck to a top 5 XL deck probably.
Mm.
It's still good. It's still good.
All right, Anger Blader.
Oh,
Oh,
now this is what's
boy.
killing a deck. So.
You wanna learn how to murder a deck without banning a card? This is what you do. Because you already only ran 4 grade 3s, and now your best grade 3 in the entire clan is now at 1.
You basically killed the
This is
deck.
only standard. But
Yeah.
you don't have the on-call top 5 searcher. And even if you did, it's a 1 out of what? 44 chance.
45?
No, 43. 42 chance.
Yeah.
Because you have your on-ride draw, your
It's
star phase.
so
It sucks.
bad for them.
It
Like
sucks.
this
an
is
astronomically
the big-
slow chance. So like, the best thing you can do is like play Gigarex and Blytops, like try and thin out for the Anger Blader,
Yeah.
and then ride Anger Blader after peaking damage with Gigarex.
but still like
This probably put it on like. I
We-
want
we
to
have
say
to bear in
slightly
mind
Mega
that-
Colony, but it's still better than Mega Colonical Sweepbox.
Yeah. What this is bear in mind is that from what I remember from old Tachikasa is that they drew a lot.
Yeah, all Tachikaze drew a lot because Whitops and Lacerex just exist.
So
which I think is pretty good. So like that. So
Yeah.
I guess you
So
could
you
try
go from like you
Anger
have
Blader.
the
Yeah.
compensation to get the one Anger Blader, which might be a finisher.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
But
went
I feel
from,
like the minute you write
Magneking
Anger Blader,
to
I think it's
just,
game over. I think that's just how it is.
Oh, not really. I think.
Because if they have the sweepers and Anger Blader, that's game over.
Yeah, but now it's like
It's just Wave 1 Tachikaze, but with a better finisher now. That's all that new Tachikaze is after
And
this
against most decks, right? If they had the sweeper out on the board already, it's going to have already 3 gauges.
I think it's not just that. It's just that there's no consistency in this deck. It's like
No, there's no.
Consistency is gone now. It was like you
The
don't
power
run
comes back,
pops
but-
usually, and if you do, you have no rate to retire and Narukami.
I kind of disagree with the no consistency thing because I think if you want to play with Anger
Yeah, you
Blader,
can
it's
play
no
Black Ops
consistency.
now.
But if you play with the old VR and just go
Yeah.
for like a slower strategy, then that's
Yeah.
consistent. But
yeah,
it's
that's
like,
because
like-
yeah,
I
you
like-
just can't. It's just you can't play Anger Blader deck anymore.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like if you see it, cool. But
You lose them in consistency.
You see
I
it,
like
you see it, and you're
100%.
like, sure, cool, it's fine. Just
yeah,
write GG
you
Rex,
see
and they
it,
write
cool,
Anger.
yeah.
Just
But
drop your
don't go
pencil.
selling your Tachikazes, okay? So all your Tachikaze standard players, keep the free Anger Bladers. Just say you're
Keep
playing
them, yeah.
premium. Just play them in premium.
Dude,
Yeah.
Your
it's
deck-
so
your
easy to make that deck premium.
Yeah, so don't sell your
It's so
Tachikaze.
good to make that deck premium.
Yeah.
Play Tachikaze.
Just add G-Zone.
Okay, so the thing about Tachikaze, you just buy a few cards and your deck's done, and you can play 4 Anger Blader. So those retain value. So for the orders people in standard that have Tachikaze decks, just play premium.
I think.
Alright, let's go into that Bermuda archetype now.
The word Joy?
Alright, I've actually prepared a video explaining the Cho-O hit. That's it, that's the whole video.
Oh, that's it.
You just put in one more of the on attack, Soul Blast, bind 1, draw 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's a slap on the
Get to see
wrist
it.
because Narukami was going to be best deck if it was left unchecked. But I really think it's already best deck with this hit as well.
And they couldn't hit anything from Team Vanity.
Because that will hinder sales. Like
Yeah.
it's not even out of
Yeah.
English. We're only having sneak peek this
That's
week.
not even out
This
yet.
week, yeah.
It would be
Yeah.
a preemptive ban like Rene.
Hmm.
They're Rene
I
general.
think those are preemptive. Like those are for interactions. This one's just power.
This one's
So,
solely
like,
caught to limit the power of the
I
deck.
think Narukami is looking very good. Like
Yeah.
if you're a budget player, you only need to buy 2 choices. So that's the
Hmm.
best part.
Narukami is looking like a very good contender for getting hit in the June ban list, though. If it
Yeah,
continues
June.
like that.
Oh yeah, you didn't know June's having another ban list. So
Mm.
I think Narukami, if it's still overperforming by then, which I think it might, unless the Force decks from Tri-Free start pushing it out along with what was it? What was the other set? The June set, yeah, the Link Joker, Hardware
Ninja,
OTT.
Hardware OTT, and DP.
DP. So a lot of Force decks coming in, so they might muscle their way out due to was it good natural matchup as well. So we don't know. I think June, you might see some more Narukami hits. So just don't Jaggy Shot. What else is there? Chatura.
Yeah,
No,
hitting
not
either of
Chatura.
those would be so huge.
No, Chatura, Vanquish. They're not afraid to hit VRs. So
Mm. Clearly.
Hmm.
It shows that they're not afraid now.
yeah. So Narukami looking very good. I think keep playing it. If you're going to Swing Fest, have a Narukami in the team.
Yeah.
What's next?
I guess
Uh,
just how it affects the meta and like the top decks now, and then that's
Yeah.
Top decks now. I think Rivier's still up there.
Rivier's still up there. I think Mordred's up there too now.
Mordred comes back.
Shadow's
Mordred,
benefited a lot.
Shadows.
Yeah.
You know Shadow main. This is
Mhm.
time to rise up, gang. It's
Okay.
like you got Claret Sword. You got
I think
Mordred.
the impact of show is like kind of hurts Gauntlet Buster, but not too much. So I think Gauntlet Buster can stay as where it
Nah,
is.
Gauntlet Busters. I think Gauntlet Busters.
As soon
not-
as Vanquisher comes
the
out,
moment.
Gauntlet Buster is gone.
yeah.
As soon as Vanquisher comes out, it's going to be replaced with Gauntlet, and Gauntlet's just going to drop off. But at the
Yeah.
moment, Vanquisher's not out yet. So,
Mm.
I think afterwards, like Nubatama,
Yeah, Noobtama's always
I
been
feel like
pretty good.
Nubatama's always been one of those. Like it's like the Excel, the purely Excel meta is gone now.
I think
Nubatama has a really good.
That's
I
a
think,
good choice.
it's
Yeah.
It's not. It doesn't have Jamia is not good in
It's not
standard.
Jamio, it's Hanzo.
Nubatama is a good choice because Revon. Vanquisher.
Oh,
Yeah, well,
Revon is
Revon's out yet.
nice.
I think Revon
but with
benefited a lot.
Banlist, legit, this ban list comes out the week of release.
Yeah,
So,
so
like,
Yeah.
One more thing I want
You
to
have
mention
5
about
weekdays before the set releases.
what do you want to
Okay.
say?
So one thing about
Fulton?
Bermuda, now that Rivia has been hit, I think it'll give a chance to Coral and Melody and Pacifica to
People will
show
play
like
China's decks.
Yeah.
those decks are good, but they were just overshadowed by Rivia. I think now they're going to get a better chance.
Melody and Pacifica, like Melody now definitely.
Mm.
It's either I think it might compete with Revia. What people would choose to play as a force deck, just because of that consistency that they have. Or just because of their high power they have that comes out immediately when they hit grade 3. Pacifica same as well. Coral, no. Coral's a deck that I don't think we'll see play because Coral is overshadowed by Pacifica and Melody, which
Dude,
is
if
then
you hit the
overshadowed by
Coral
Revia.
pieces though, that deck is dirty.
Coral can pop
Yeah.
off.
Yeah.
What how many
What
pieces of
else
this? 4 or 5
comes
cards?
out?
Not easy.
Trying to think. I don't think the tiers change that much. I think just
Yeah.
Tachikaze and Pale Moon fall off.
It's like
I think the good
Yeah.
stuff went
yeah,
down.
Revia goes from being in the top by itself to like down
Mm.
to where everything else is.
And I think since the format slowed down,
Yeah,
like,
Yeah.
which is nice. Very nice.
I think you can see some rogue decks pop up again. Like I think Blade Master.
Genesis out of nowhere.
you can
Genesis.
ride grade 3 now every game, hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Angel Feather maybe. Yeah.
Mordred. I think because the thing was Mordred like playing in a slow game, so you
Hmm.
can now. So it still suffers
Yeah.
against the Vanquisher matchup, but I think there's ways to go around it. So you
DI
still-
might randomly show up and just master it for the element you randomly.
DI is always a thing. Yes, we're
Mhm.
slowing down format. I think it's what we needed. I think since Phantasmal Power Creep, we've been snowballing into this.
I
Yeah,
think
so-
this ban list, what they hit, is going to be what we thought premium would be from last ban list, where we're like, wow, anything can be good now. But I think it actually
Yeah.
will be like that for standard.
Yeah, anything
Mm.
can be good now. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Like,
they're like, because then they come for premium though. Like they were like, oh, man, like,
Anything but Narukami.
Yeah.
mm.
All right.
I think, yeah. So that's it. What do you think? Keep your decks. Don't give up. You're always
Yeah,
getting
keep playing.
support.
All right, yeah. So that's pretty much it for our discussion video. Remember to leave a like, comment, subscribe. I said that in the right order. Thank God.
Yep.
Um.
Also,
Comment, subscribe, and like.
from the stream.
Also, stop
before we
bullying me,
go,
please.
Chronojet's back as well.
Chronojet, yeah. Chronojet. So that's kind of cool. I don't know. I'm playing Asha, so
So if you're
As is the-
excited, we're all making decks out of these things. So look forward to
yeah.
that.
So there'll be lots
yeah,
of coverage
look forward to
for
those.
it.
Sadly, I don't think there'll be too much coverage for the vanities.
There'll be a little.
What
There'll be a
vanities? Excuse
Yeah,
me.
it is, yeah. Who's playing?
We got a
You?
lot of shadow.
The Shadow,
not
yeah.
me.
That's
We
one.
got a box
I
opening.
think
as
we're
well.
only missing
That's true.
Armor Force.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like, and Astro Force, we only got like one player as well. Astro Force as well.
Oh
That's
yeah,
me.
I'm skipping Astral Force.
Yeah, I'm an Angel Feather, so I'll play that.
All right, so yeah, look forward to
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And Springfest,
True.
whatever
we
coverage.
got. I think we got a few. Got a couple of games lined up for you guys.
Oh,
Not really meta relevant. I don't think.
Everyone likes gameplay videos.
Yeah, so
Oh,
I think now we're going to be trying out. I think maybe in the future we're going to be doing some videos, games based on Banlist and using sort of what happened, using like the aftermath decks,
Yeah.
I guess. So the underdogs. So yeah, thanks for watching.